I'm gonna jump on over to YouTube so I can see things the way you guys see things. I think I'm done with the washi tape. Just threw something in there. So let me go ahead and take that off there. Okay, just waiting for it to load. I can't see the chat while I'm doing this part. So just a minute for it to load up over there. Just waiting for it to load up. It's really slow. Come on. Hey, the chat's not loading. What the heck? I know the minute I refresh this, it's going to come up. Okay, well, while I'm waiting for that to load up, I have no idea who's in the room. I'm not ignoring anybody. I had made one of these before. This is something from one of Rosemary's lives. And I used it for the Scraps of Joy, and I liked it because it held about 3 months. Hey, Janice. Hi, Carla. So I started this morning before I went to bed working on a new one. So this is made with 13 file folders. So, and there you tear them in half and use the halves as the papers. And I went really lazy on this. I didn't get out paints and scrape. I just got out bingo daubers because I'm behind on my Scraps of Joy by a couple of days because I ran out of room in the current book. And I got used to working in this size. So it's 5 sheets per signature, 5 signatures. I don't know where the other one is, so I can't tell you. I know that it's a little bit more than 3 months. It's a little bit over 90 sides. You had to walk to the 4-letter word yesterday. How far is that? Yes, I could. The 5x8 jelly plate, I could definitely do it. But a lot of them are colored. And this is just for glue booking in, so it's not, too terribly. In the future, I'll probably jelly plate on them before I bind it if I'm going to. And that way, maybe I could use just plain file folders instead of my dyed ones. So I used 5 dyed ones. I think a little more than 5. I think I used, I don't know. I used approximately 5 dyed ones, and the rest were tea dyed. And I kept the ones that had markings, or there's some in here that have lace work on them from where they dried. Like this one has some lace patterning on it. So it's fine because I'm going to glue book on it. I just, so that it's not all, so that everything that's not a colored piece is not, I just threw a little bit of color on it. Oh, that's not too bad, but in the winter, ew. That's no fun. Hey, Leslie, how you doing? Carla, that sucks. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm glad you work close to your work, but that does suck. So we're just going to glue down the... so I did the things, and then I forgot to... You're supposed to sew this part together, so you can see they're already starting to move around. If I need to, I'll come in and sew some of it later. Like I could sew here and here and here. I did tie these together, and it's got the washi tape and the fabric strips. And in the other one, I did this too. I put a fabric strip in between each signature because you can see the gap. So I'm just using this that I have a bunch of this tea dyed, this computer code fabric that I tea dyed. So that's what we're doing right now. You got yelled at today for walking? Well, Carla, I don't approve of them yelling at you, but that sucks that you had to walk. Your history on the ice is not so great. That's just crazy. In that kind of weather, you guys are too cold for that. I don't know how far we're going to get tonight, though, because I'm almost my bottle of there's barely any in there is what I'm getting at. I am broke right now. So we'll see. I could use the bookbinding glue, I suppose. It would certainly go a little faster. It's the major downside I can see to Fabri-Tac. It's just slow. I have had this bottle for quite a while, though, so I know it has thickened up some. But I do need to get me a new bottle. $23.33. Oh, ew, Carla. Do you have to go to work early in the morning? Are the buses not running? You need some of those crampons that hikers put on the bottom of their shoes to give you traction. Okay. Now let's close that up so we don't get any. We can't have any wasteful glue boogers going on. Now I'm going to have to trim it right here. But I want to run it all the way up because this one goes up there and I want to cover the. It's going to pull it even there. And I'm going to push it in there. And then I'm going to get my little small pair of scissors where it glues down and just cut off this side. I did it in the other book. Well, it's a little bulky in the spine because it's made out of file folders. However, I did found that it worked with, on days when I had tons of glue and stuff, it worked very well. I didn't have any problems with buckling or I never felt like it was going to fall apart. Or anything like that. So this is not terribly exciting, but let's see. Well, free food is always good. Els will be the first one to tell you, get the free food, girl. Get the free food. I know they miss you when you're not in there, though. But they'd all be right along with you. Get the pizza. Get the pizza. For sure. Now I'm going to have to trim this one over here. And then, so let's see. We only need to go that high, though. So we don't need to trim that much, actually. So we're going to trim some of this off here, right about there. Sadly, right now, this little orange pair of scissors is my sharpest pair of scissors. Okay. Ooh, nice. Free food 2 days in a row. Can't beat that with a stick. Okay, so let's push that up a little bit. So yeah, I like the size because it allowed me to use some medium-sized images. And I've had toast today, and this morning before I went to bed, I had some frozen burritos, so I'm eating like a champ. I'm not. There are some leftovers in there, but I can never tell when somebody else is going to eat the leftovers. And I'm tired of getting in trouble for eating something somebody else wanted to eat. Because for a while there, nobody ate leftovers. They would just stay and go bad, and I hate to see waste. But now I can never tell, so I just don't. And I'm not feeling like macaroni and cheese or frozen pizza. I think I'm craving something, and I just don't know what it is. I need to do some videos for my sale. I am going to continue to do the video sales for probably 3 or 4 months, and an occasional live sale to cap off. But today is Thursday, so I'm probably going to run a sale starting tomorrow. I'll have the first video out. We're still mostly doing cleanup. I have some new tea dyed items, and I got a new batch going in for tea tomorrow. Or tonight, rather. It'll go in the dye tonight, and it'll start coming out tomorrow. You had a sandwich for Din Dins? Sandwiches are good. And then I was going to have, peanut butter and jelly on toast. Then I realized that So I accidentally didn't get this one in the braid on the other side, but I don't want to cut it off at the top just in case. So I'm just going to trim it, and I'm going to glue it in between the two signatures here. And I do want it glued down to the other side of, to the fabric here, to give it just a little more security. Now, it was Rosemary who made this. I guess that before she was, as awesome as she is now, and I'm sure she was always awesome. But when she didn't really know anything about bookbinding, she had made this. I love the way her brain works, and I fell in love with the one she showed, and she was kind enough because she had extra time. She finished the caboodle, and she showed how to do this on a live about 8 or 9 months ago. And so I've been using hey Susan. Oh, beef tips over gravy. We had marinated chicken with rice and gravy, but it was jarred gravy. Which, I love rice and gravy. That's an awesome thing. So I'm making a second one here because I used up the first one, and I am a couple days behind now on the current and still finishing up older stuff. So I need to cut this. I just want to run it to the top where that first, I just want it to go as high as this first and as low as this one on that side. So we don't need quite as much here. So we'll cut off. It needs to go to there. And we just need to cut off a tiny little bit. Hello, Betty. If you're there, hello. I was in Rosemary's live, and Susan's torturing me. I just got in, pantry's full of soda. So cruel. Okay, so let's glue that one in. That's not gonna require any trimming other than what we've already done. I'm hoping this holds out. I think there's one more fabric strip, and I think we might have enough. I was worried we wouldn't, but I think we do. I'm probably gonna have an egg sandwich after the live. I went out earlier and the mood wasn't terribly welcoming, so I didn't make anything other than toast. I think Els is having a bad headache day. So, but I got to eat something more than toast. And egg sandwich is filling, and it has good protein. So, okay, I glued. So I did glue myself to fabric strings earlier. That was a true statement. They were literally, I had to peel them off my thumb. It hurt a little bit, but I didn't peel any skin off. I didn't realize they were there. And then I rubbed my thumb and my forefinger. I'm like, what the? Yep, glued myself to thread strings. So just trying to get a decent amount of glue on here. Anybody got plans for tomorrow night or over the weekend? You guys doing anything? I am going to be cleaning my room, dyeing paper, and making sale videos. Mama needs some dye badly. But also, I hate having a really low balance in my bank account. This month just snuck up on me. I had good plans, and then some things happened that were nobody's fault. There's no fault here. Things just happened. So, as always, things took a little bit longer than planned. I think I'm going to be able to get that fourth one out of this. Staying warm. Yeah, well, there's that. You're finally getting your haircut. Yay! And Janice might actually get some crafting done. Dang it. Woohoo! I vote for the crafting. I love it when you guys can get in some crafting time. Carla's going to smoosh under a blanket. And maybe Noodles will, and the other kitties, when Coley and I can never remember the other one's name, will help keep her warm. More than likely, they'll just torture her for snacks. But, we can always hope. Okay, let's make sure we're not gluing any of the pages together. So far, so good. I just want to make sure that I'm making contact with the fabric strips on the other side, just for a little bit of added strength. Okay, and one more right there. So we're going to have to trim this one a little bit at the top after it's applied. No, not really. I think if we just cut it a little bit here at the top, I think, oops. I think we'll actually be okay. Because the fabric ends right there, so we don't have to go all the way to the top here. Cut a little bit off the bottom too, still a little bit. I don't think theoretically it matters, but I don't like there to be overhang at the bottom. Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay. Gonna be in the hello, Christine. How you doing? So you're going from the 30s to the 60s. Yeah. Oh, I'm on top chat. Am I missing people? Hold on. I'm such a dork. Oh, I had to refresh. I put it on top chat, on live chat, and then I refreshed because the chat didn't come up, and then I did not. Apple soda. It's probably real good. They probably use real sugar. Mother Nature needs hormone replacement. String of bad luck. Well, as of Friday the 13th, I've, knock on wood, had pretty good luck with them. So, I'm going to start my video sale tomorrow with a few things. And then we'll see what happens over the weekend. I've got to get out tomorrow early in the day. Probably around noonish. That's early in the day for me. And I got to wash the small racks so I can get started on the next color. I'm thinking about flipping the racks again. And moving the tea back over to the smaller racks. I've got big plans for the color paper. I just got to get moving on it. For the time being, it's going to be mostly refill colors. Starting with lime green with purple edges. And then I'm doing a small purple batch, mostly paper. And then after that, a little bit of pink. Close your ears, Susan. Close your ears. And then I got to do some pineapple yellow. I don't have much yellow, I think. Or maybe, I may not have any yellow paper in the shop. I don't know. I got to check. But in between that, I'm going to be dyeing colors for the Goth Rainbow Pack, which we decided on all the colors. Let me see if I can find the... And I even have a little bit of Fabri-Tac left after that. Woohoo! Let me get this in here and then see if I can find the color list for the Goth Rainbow. We do want it kind of half and half between the two. This way I can get current with the... You have a 3-day weekend. Woohoo! The pineapple yellow was a good color. I think it's got more flexibility than like the lemon or the sunshine. Coffee run for Janice. So there's that. Okay, so that should be ready to use as soon as everything is dry. Although this washi tape is peeling right here. I'm just gonna get a little dab of glue right there. Because I'm lazy and I don't want to unwrap the glue stick. And you sit down and do a huge glue book session and use up that glue stick, so it's not a problem anymore. It's starting to get a little tacky, when it starts to get hard on top, even though I'm keeping it wrapped up. I looked all over for the lid again. I didn't find it. Is it a holiday? I don't remember I don't know when the holidays are anymore. Is it like President's Day or something? So I did tie these together, and then I braided them, and I just tied it in a knot. Because they annoyed me on the other book. If I were more resourceful, see, there's a lacy pattern right there on that one. If I were more resourceful, I could have strung some beads or something on there, or maybe some buttons or something. But I didn't. I just went with a braid to make it. Okay, so this one is a little stickier. Let's let that sit open for a few minutes down here on the end of the ironing board. Let me see if I can find that. The list for the... I'm terrible with lists. I was supposed to put it in my brain yesterday and I forgot. So, I gutted some books. I gutted these, and I gutted 2 books. I'm not sure what's going on there. I got these covered. If it's not here, let me lift this up. Not in there. All right. There's a lot of stuff going on my desk at the moment. It is a big pile of goo. I did download a QR scanner onto my tablet. I think I have to take it off though. But I did get the mushroom thing from that magazine to make the mushrooms. This is not what I'm looking for. I know I set it down here. It's on a blue piece of paper. It's not over there. All right, so, ooh, that was exciting. Oh, I just threw something on the floor. That was exciting. Okay, so more single signature journals coming our way at some point. Put it back here. No, okay, we're gonna have to start from scratch. I remember some of the colors. This is why Amy makes lists. Where's my pen? Thank God my head is attached. That's all I can say. And I haven't glued it to anything yet that I'm willing to admit to. Oh, Martin Luther King. Yeah. Okay. Let's find. This will do. All right, let's move this over here so it's safe. So you don't write on it. That could be a problem. Nope, don't do that. Don't do it. Let's put this down so that I don't. Okay, goth. Rainbow. Is it a, do we know, is it a postal holiday too? I'm just curious. You don't have to tell me. I can look it up. I got this. Okay, so obviously we're putting black. And I'm shooting for the blue-black with the blue-gray instead of the pink undertones. I am doing a purple. A dark purple, not a lavender, no sparkle. I'm again leaning towards blue in the mix. And a lot of the purples that you see already mixed are a red leaning purple. Okay, that's good to know. Thank you. You guys are so on it. So dark with blue leaning. These are just notes for me. I'm doing a gray because I think it'll play well with the rest of the rainbow. Purple leaning black. I don't know if I can accomplish that, but I can try. I'm at least leaning towards the blue spectrum instead of the other way. With black, sometimes you get what you get and you don't throw a fit. But I am trying for a blue black because I got the black with green, which was awesome. But a lot of times I get a pink leaning black. Like if you see the undertones, they're pink, which isn't bad, but it's black. I don't want to see pink. Although I've had some pretty cool effects pop up. We are going to do eggplant in this. The round 2, because obviously I can never recreate the original. So it's black, purple, gray, eggplant. What did we think we were doing? This is why I need the list. Red, orange, Roy, yellow. Oh, we were going to do falling leaves for that because the falling leaves run was very limited. So Roy, we haven't, I'm considering, so this is, we'll do it over here. I've got them in the wrong order, but there's the red, orange, yellow, green, midnight is a midnight. Now this color will have sparkle because it's the only way I can tell it from the black without going outside. That's our blue. So that's our indigo. R-O. We're missing our O, which I think I might not have an orange. I know it's Roy G. Biv. I'm going through it right now, but they're not in order, so of course. Or we could just go over here and start again. Gray, goth, G-O, goth rainbow. Let's go R-O-Y-G. So our red is eggplant. Our yellow is falling leaves. And I can't spell. We don't have our green yet. Our blue is midnight. Our indigo is the purple. I'm going for the darkest purple I can get. Hey, Sabrina, how you doing? I got your package today. So, what's on the other side of the list? Gray. I think, gray, falling leaves, midnight, purple, black. So, in the goth rainbow, what do you guys, olive green, do you think, for the green? I'll get yours in the mail on Monday. I'm running a little bit behind on everything, but I have a nice little pack put together for you that I think you'll enjoy. The only other color I can think of that would be a dark on that spectrum is a hunter green. Well, I don't want you to think I I always follow through on my swaps. Sometimes I'm a little slow, but I get there. So those are our choices, hunter green or olive. But I'm leaning towards olive because we haven't done olive in a while. A good, really dark olive. So green is olive. And we'll try and make that as dark as possible. We've kind of got indigo and violet covered. So gray is just going to go under violet, even though it's because it's going to play so well with all the other colors. Orange is the one I was struggling with. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I feel like we had other colors. Now I'll find the list when I'm done here. So our orange, I have a book somewhere. Where did I put it? We could forego orange and go brown. I'm trying to keep something in the gothy. I have a bunch of paint chips somewhere as well, but I moved them when I started cleaning, and I haven't found the pile again yet. Life does happen all over your face, you know. This one is called Blazing Bonfire. I like it, but I was thinking a little more bright orangey than this. This is I don't know how it's coming off on the screen, but it's a little more pumpkin-y than I'd like. So I was thinking of something along these lines, but a little more orangey, a little more in your face. Or we could leave orange off and put on other colors. I'm trying to think of what we have that's really dark. Brown is an option, but we just had the brown. Rust. I'm worried rust will come out too close to. I didn't put burgundy on here, which would be an obvious choice because the eggplant, when you put eggplant and burgundy get it together, they're very similar. So I'm trying to keep from giving you guys something that's. I have a giant, one of those giant glue strings, like a freaking spider web across my arm and onto the desk. So let me look up. I'm going to look up real quick on the computer. If I type in rust, red rust. Give me a second to see if I can find something that I think I can pull off with the dyes. I guess I could do rusty paper, but I don't really have the stuff for. I have a square thing I think Carla sent me. So let's try here. Marmalade, carrot, chestnut. Just a dark coffee. Because you can do rust dyed paper. I know. I think yam. I don't think that's very gothy. Okay, back to all colors. I don't like that color. Let's look at something else. It's going so slow. There's a brown mix in here called End of the Road. Ah. Okay. Let me go here. Come on, load up. I don't have time for your shenanigans today. Let's look at browns. Really? Okay. Brick. Amber would be pretty. Yeah, I think it's a little less orangey than a true amber would be. An amber, it's not. It doesn't have orange in the mix. Although I suppose one of the colors that's in it does have orange in it. Give me a second. Oh no! Don't do that. Shit. um. And the goth rainbow is a little ways out. This is not the goth rainbow is not happening in February. It's probably happening in April or so. So dark tea is an option slash rust dyed. Um, that is an option, but also I'm just trying to think of a gothy name too for. I'm just still thinking about life. Oh, come on. Are you gonna go there? Are you gonna go there? I hate it when the internet is super slow. It's probably my computer, not the internet. Do, 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 do. And I'm gonna for some other dyes to experiment with. I love my Rit dyes and I love my I use some tulips and stuff, but a lot of the reds are pinky reds, and I really would like to get something with a little more oomph to it. I don't know why that happened. Okay, let's try this again. this one. Here we go. Let's try it. An orange like a freckled redheaded kid. Come on, pull up like I want you to. Okay, let's see. That's some weird colors in here. All right. Hold on, I'm looking. No, let's pastel orange. No, that's the opposite of what I want. Okay, there is a color in here called brick. Let's see what's in it. Okay, so brick is an option. Let me put options. Brick. Let's see what else we've got. Come on, do your thing. Okay. I'm still looking for an amber. Just to get an idea. And this, okay. Let's try this. Those are not browns at all. This is greens. I said not greens. Maybe it's further down. There's an amber bronze. What's in that? I like the idea if I could manage it to do the yes, we're trying Prince Harry's thinning. Ooh, he's a ginger, not a redhead. So I would love it if we could get I'm on the wrong side. If we could get the tea dyed with the rust and maybe a little bit of a darker orange in there. I like that idea. So I will attempt that. What's the worst thing that happens? It fails and we go with something else. So that's going to be our goth rainbow. When I find the other list, so I'm going to put this in a safe place right over here by Frankie so I don't lose it. So this may show up. We may try and do Blazing Bonfire in the fall. Okay, it takes 13 file folders and you always wind up with one extra side. I think this might be, yeah, it's not going to stick to itself anymore. And it dries that fast, you know. So I think we've got a good, let's try it at a seam. Yeah, I think we've got a good, sturdy That's for Scraps of Joy. Moving into we're in the 240s, heading towards 250. Diana's dad was balding. So this I did between this morning and then, so I can turn out a book fast, and I bound all of these in less than half of Rosemary's, and then other ones I just struggle with. Don't know what's up with that. I think I get in my own head, So this is the Phantom Fingers one. I just put a little bit of that, and it's still not quite, because I didn't put anything on the outside of this cover, so the back cover is thicker. But this one is for me. This is going to be a glue book just for me for larger size things that I like. It's kind of like the super big version of the Scraps of Joy, I guess. I'm just looking for something that I can put really big images in that I like, that won't work for collage or anything else. But I love this paper. So, but there's our Phantom Fingers, and I got to figure out some other things to I don't even think I can cover that up. I think we have to leave Dick Hyman on there. And then I used more of that paper on the back, and I think I've used all of it except for the scraps at this point. So this is Betty's book, if I can ever get it finished. And this one is Susan's book so far. I have the guts over there, so I think we're gonna work on that some. Well, I might even have to, like, when you cut out shapes for like the title stuff, I may have to cut 2, they have the nesting sizes of that. I may have to cut out 2 and then get the edge so that it's blank in the middle and it has the edge, I don't care about that part, but I do want to keep that. And we may or may not add anything else to this, because I don't think I can top Phantom Fingers with an F. Well, hopefully they'll grow into their baldness. Some men look good bald. I can't say at the moment that it's a particularly good look for him. I wouldn't go that far, but, it is what it is. It's something you can't really change. And it doesn't affect what kind of person he is. So, yeah. I got him covered last week before I started moving everything. I think I know right where the rest of the stuff is. So if you guys have other suggestions for the Goth Rainbow, obviously I'll be working on it over time. So if you have any other ideas or suggestions, you can feel free to email me or message me. Or if you just have ideas you'd like to see for colors, and I just threw stuff all over the floor. Colors in general. There's my Elisa bark that I've been working my way through. Elisa makes good bark. Peppermint bark. Hold on, I gotta pick up all the stuff I dropped. I dropped avocados on the floor. It's a crime. It's a crime against avocados. Okay. I need to move that. I just like that pickle jar. Now I think I have to have a piece of peppermint bark. I feel special when I get this tin. And it smells awesome. Okay, that's the one I screwed up. I made too small. Oh, there's that other journal that I've been looking for. Sweet. Okay, that's more collage stuff. So you don't want me to call it the Goth Rainbow? You want me to call it Goth Vibes? Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. Okay. Put the rest of that down there on the floor, right there. Nope, on the floor. On the floor. Rainstorm. Okay. Let me grab my non-gothy pen. I have time to think about the names. We won't call them those names. They'll have gothier names. We'll make it. We will make it as entertaining as we can. Okay. There's a lot of stuff going on. Okay. Now, here's the thing. Wish me luck. I got to pull out my journal. I know right where it is in the pile of stuff. I'm going to jangle my way right into a craft lunch. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Is this the middle? 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. So 30 pages. I packed this sucker full. We should probably go with a few less pages than that because Susan and Betty, I think, are intending to use these for glue books, not journals. Okay. I don't know that Susan wanted darker papers. I definitely want to include this. This is from the black that was the darkest one. So this is a fun envelope. Let's see. Right now, let's put that over there. Scraps. I put too much stuff over here. I need to push this back. And I should probably put away my penguin. This is my bookbinding penguin. It's done me proud many times. Hey, Pam, how are you? Okay, I need to put these away before I throw them somewhere like I just did. I used that to hold the whole stack of file folders together while I was binding the spine. It was the only thing I had that was big enough. Okay. So I think that's everything. Make sure that the needles are in there. So that the next time I want to bind something, I know where all my stuff is. Glad to hear it. Hope you're looking forward to the end of the week. If you work a traditional job, if you don't, then I hope you're having a good week. Okay. So let's see what we've got going on here. 1, 2. 4, Oh, there we go. 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, these are, I want to say, they're out of a dot grid journal, but I think the dots washed off them. Okay. Now I lost track again. Okay. Let me go get a couple of black, bigger black sheets. Hold on. Okay, hold the phone. Okay. I need to look in the filing cabinet, which I opened the door for. Hold on.
That wasn't what I wanted to do.
Oops. Whoa, no, you don't. That'll be good in Bevies. And then there's some of that. Okay, crossing over this way. Okay. Definitely get one more of those. They were okay with some damaged paper, so I'm actually very late with this, so I think I'm just going to send it on to them and not do the billing thing. Okay. That needs to go over there. This is the falling leaves. This is out of my stash. Oh, we get 2 pieces there. Do we get 2 pieces here? Did we get carried away? No, just 1 piece there. Okay. Some blacks, and it's got a little bit of some nice effects on there. Okay, so, oh, wow, I'm really behind on my own life. Talk about forever ago. The penguin is still in the picture. The Arc of Dark. All right, let's see what we got going on, because we do have to have small pages too. We want the waterfall effect. So let's start with big pages and go from there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, what's going on here? It's backwards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, okay, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24, 25. Okay. But I think I put everybody to sleep. I know it's not that exciting watching me flip through papers, is it? Okay, so what do we want as our outside paper? I think I like this one. I like the effects on it. I think we'll put that as our outside paper. Okay. Let's see. What do we want to do? I think we need. Okay, so with this. We need one more of these. What time to line them up later. That's our middle piece at the moment. Nope, I don't like that with that. Getting your things done that you got to get done is good. Paying bills is icky but necessary. I know, we're getting in there already. This month is flying by. I will tell you what. Okay, so I think not that yet. Let's do okay. Here we go. They're going to Texas for the weekend. Nice. Yeah, I can't believe how fast this year is going by. It is just a flying. And that is the absolute truth. This one's probably have to be trimmed down a little bit. But that's okay for now. We're organizing, making sure we like the way it looks. All that kind of stuff. I don't know if I like that blue right there. What about this? Okay, so let's do that. Here we go. right, hold on. I need one more regular tea guide sheet. Kids free. Yay! So you get to go by yourself and have some adult time? That's awesome. Love it. Yeah, let me grab a couple of more sheets of, what else do we have? Not up here. Okay. Let me go over here. Okay. Ah, that book tried to kill me. It did, it did. Okay. Stay. I think this top one will do nicely. It's got a nice little subtle pattern on the inside and it's a little grungy on the outside. Okay. So that's for right there. All right, let me check and see how many pages we've got in here. Aw, that's so sweet. Well, I'm so happy for you. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. That is 25, and I think I'm going to leave it right there in case I find some cool smaller sheets that we can work in, like something maybe that could be hinged on the back of the envelope here, where we've just got that little bit. So that is the guts for Susan's journal at the moment. And it goes this way, I think. Yeah. Let's slide that in there. See, we do need a little trimming, not from top to bottom, but that ledger piece and maybe a couple of the others will need to be trimmed just a little bit. Not too bad. Got a big old honking signature in there. All right, let's look at organizing up Miss Betty. A weekend rendezvous. That is so awesome. I'm happy for you guys. That is, it's hard to be stationed apart like that, you know? This is definitely awesome for you to get to spend some time with him. I think we'll start with the same blue And she's got a nice, one of the, I think this is maybe even be the last. Look at how nice and grungy that is. One of the last, this is one of the warm cocos. Okay. So we need some small sheets, I think, already. Let's see. What do we got down here that I feel like using? Oh, there's definitely want to use one of those. I'm not ready for that one yet. These textured ones have some nice lace patterning on them, but they're still kind of grungy. Okay. Let's do our ledger sheet in there. And I love this nice how about one of these? This would look nice with that. The bigger sheet in there, and then let's mix this up because these don't look bad together at all. Okay, so stretch that out a little bit more. We'll have more time to line it up after. Let's go ahead and put in this nice light brown piece. Oh, and then I think I like this right there. One of these. One of those. I need to find an envelope for Betty's. Okay. So I need to, let's grab a couple of tea dyed sheets. Let's see what we can find. Tea or coffee. Let's see, what do we like in here? I like that one. Ooh. How about that one? Oh, well, there you go. Not enough hours in the day, right? Good night, sweet lady. Get good rest. Enjoy enjoy Elsa's live tomorrow if you get over there. And if I don't see you before the weekend, have a wonderful weekend. Okay, you know what I think? I'd like to have something that's awfully colored right there. So let's maybe switch this around a little bit. Let's do that. Since I know for sure it's for a glue book and not a journal, I'm more inclined to put in darker papers. Although I know anybody could easily journal with a paint pen or a metallic marker or something, you know. There's lots of options. You don't have to. Okay. Now let's go. Okay, we've got a nice damaged piece down here. That's too close. How about this one? Let's go lighter shade of, that's the New Fallen Snow. We got all the way down here. Okay, what did I just do? I just had that. It's this one right here. Got a little bit of damage right there. And it's the whole corner, so why don't we just go ahead and let that fall away. And let's see where we are for pages so far. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So we're up to 19. 19. Okay, so we need some smaller pieces. I think I want to go grab. Let me see about some. What I've got over here for some legal size paper. Let's take that. Let me look in the filing cabinet again. A darker color. Let's see if some of this will work. Okay. Oh, that one's cardstock. Let's go ahead and do it this way. So 19, 20, 21, 22. 23. Uh-oh. I didn't quite cut all the way through it, but it was okay. Okay, now I've lost track again. I'm sorry. Okay, so we're getting close to the end here. I'm sorry, you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 3, 24. So that is our middle right there, 25. Okay. And then, of course, we'll put in a few extras in the package. All right, so I don't know if I should put a cover image on it or if I should just throw in a few digis and other stuff that I think is cool. And I like to I'm kind of a pass along some stuff, and because you never know, you might send something to somebody and they're like, And having seen the cover of Rosemary's Clown Journal, I don't know that I could ever top that. And I know it's not a competition. I know. But once you've seen something, you can't unsee it. So let me find what I do with Popos. So they need some trimming. I need to put an envelope into Betty's and a little small piece, just something, small but dark and kind of creepy, which I probably have out in the garage. So that's what theirs are looking like so far. And obviously they're going to, because they're going to fill them up with stuff. But that's what we got so far. So we'll do a quick flip through here because I'm pretty sure Susan's probably asleep by now. So this is her cover, inside cover. And then here we are. $11, $12, $13, $14, $15, $16, $17, $18, $19, $20, $21, $22. So these are our tea-dyed papers. $23, $24, $25. And then you go in the other way, it would be a repeat, Repeat. And then that's the back cover. And then Betty's. I think there's a lot you could go with the moon there. And then on the inside of hers is this. It's this same paper from the same pad, but Popo's is in a purple and Betty's is in a green. So here's hers. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I love this color. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Uh-oh. 20. So we got 26 in here. I think that's okay. I don't think that's going to cause the book to explode or anything. So that's where I am. So that's just trimming it down and sewing it in. How many millions of years have we been on? I think I told you this in an hour and a half. Well, so that's it's almost 10, 11, 12. Oh my gosh, 1 o'clock for you guys on the East Coast. I'm so sorry. I will be live tomorrow. Not sure what we're working on. It's a fly by the seat of the pants thing at the moment, simply because stuff is all over the place in here. So we will work on something fun, whether it's serial killers, probably not jelly planting. I have to have it cleaner than that in here to lay out the papers. So we might do some collaging. We didn't get to our creepy collaging last week. You'll be up till 2 anyway. 2:33. Oh, you're a night owl. I should do some late night sessions at some point. Because I'm up in the middle of the night almost every night. I'm usually in the garage, but I wander back and forth. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I know it wasn't terribly, terribly exciting. Thank you for helping me along with the Goth Rainbow. You guys are creative and awesome. And I'll look at, you know what? The other thing we could maybe do is work on some of this. I'll nail down what we have. And Else was nice enough to find me an orange highlighter. She was like, "Well, what color do you want?" I want something obnoxious. Give me pink or orange or blue, something loud. Yes, and I'm the same way. It's the time I can get the most work done with the least interruptions, and I'm feeling like I'm not bothering other people, you know. So but I'm also kind of naturally a night owl. I prefer to sleep in the middle of the day, honestly. Even if it's loud, if I've lived in loud apartment complexes and stuff, I still prefer to sleep during the day. So I tend to be up till, like, well, it depends. I can go for up to 14 hours in a row, and then I might sleep for, 10 or 12. So I'm typically up uh, until between 8 and noon in the morning, and then I'll sleep until I wake up, essentially. I do set an alarm if I've got a live, and now you know the secret to why I've missed some of the lives, because I went to bed and I forgot to set my alarm. You know my secret. And I love to work without feeling like I'm inconveniencing anybody. It's quiet. I'm alone. I I love peace and quiet so much I can't even begin to tell you. And I don't mind animals and stuff. That's not the kind of noise I'm talking about. Um, there's 4 people, 4 adults in this house. The way the house is designed, the sound really carries. So nobody's being particularly loud, but the sound in the house, because of the pot shelves and the high ceiling, I don't know who designed this, but you can say something in the craft room and hear it in the bathroom. So, and you don't even have to be talking loud. So that it's kind of a cacophony of noise of Mike working and Elle's in the videos, making them or watching them, or uh, you know, Sandy's got her own thing going on. So it's just kind of a noisy house, even though nobody intends it to be that way. And then the nighttime comes, I'm like, ah, and that's when I like bust out my production. I love the idea of it, the openness, but you know what? It's not a sound stopper. And after living in this house, I would never live someplace with pot shelves. It's terrible. You'd have to add in insulation like on top of them, and you'd have to, I don't know what you'd have to do, but I would never buy a house with like this. And they didn't buy this, they inherited it. So I'm not a super huge fan of doors, I gotta admit. But after living in this house, I'm a bigger fan than I used to be. My problem with doors is people tend to slam them, and I absolutely hate slamming doors. But I would probably go for something more traditional after having lived like this. And I've lived mostly in apartments and condos and stuff like that in my lifetime. When I was younger, and even a teen, my parents owned houses, but they leaned towards traditional housing. We never had an open concept home. And now I think I understand why. All right, so I'm going to let you ladies go, but I will be on tomorrow about 5:15, and we have stuff we can do. We can collage roll. We can glue book. We can serial killer a little bit. I don't have the money to buy some extra things that I want, and I don't want to get too far into the book before I procure a few more things. Um, I am keeping my eye out for found items. The odd barrette. You never know what you're going to find while you're out and about. So, yeah, we'll do something tomorrow. I'm open to your suggestions if you have anything you'd like to see me doing. I expect sometime tomorrow to see a sale video roll through if you guys are interested. I have some books I took apart that I think might be great for altered books because there's still some pages in them. And I'll show those. They're a nice leather cover from the 50s. That was that green tip paper books, which I've got out in the garage. I'll show you guys also some of the dyed paper that came out of that tomorrow night. And that'll probably be in Saturday or Sunday sale video. So I'm going to do like probably 5 days worth of sale videos, culminating, I think, on Tuesday. It'll be 20% off for Patreon members, 10% off for Facebook group members, and then everybody else regular price. And that's my my self-pimping for the day. Now I will truly let you guys go and drink coffee and eat food and sleep and all of that fun stuff. Thank you so much for coming and visiting with me. However you guys are spending your days and nights, I hope it brings you great joy and happiness. Each and every one of you absolutely deserves it. Until I see you in one of my lives or in a box somewhere, I wish you the happiest of crafting. Bye, 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 bye. Bright blessings and hugs and kisses. That is the end for us tonight. I hope to see some of you guys tomorrow. And hopefully, cross fingers and all that, on Sunday. Good night, Christine and Janice and Carla. And Roseanne already went to bed. And Pam. The end. Love you guys.